Hello, my lovies. I'm ready to practice some more blending. Are you? We've already gone over all the different spellings that are on wall cards that make up the sounds for English. And so we're going to go back and we're going to practice just some of these sounds. Today, we're going to practice CH, which when they're put together, they do not make the sound k. They make the sound ch, but you already knew that. This is going to be easy because all of our words are going to begin with ch. So, you already know the first part of the word. Are you ready? Let's see the second. Chain, chain. A chain can be a chain like you wear on a necklace, or a thicker chain that you might chain a bicycle up if you had to, or we use a chain to chain the boat up. Chains can be strong or more delicate if you're wearing them around your neck. How about ch? Chair. You can tell that I'm putting the sounds that take two letters. I'm showing that to you automatically because remember, your brain is always taking pictures. And I want your brain, when you look at a word, to pick those parts out right away. What should your brain see right away? So I'm going to help you with that in these words. All right, chair, sure. Chalk, ch. Remember GE, it's going to make the sound of J, j, ch, r, j. And that I have two pictures for. It can be dun 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 charge, what they said in battle, or a charge card. If I don't have dollar bill cash in my purse, I might pull out a charge card. Chapter. And you are starting to read these kinds of books, chapter books. Chapter books tell a story, but not in all one time. They have different chapters, and Frog and Toad is one of my favorite chapter books. There's GE again. Change. All right. A stoplight will change colors. Goes from red to yellow to green to yellow to red. Now take a look. I gave you the clue with a yellow I, so it's going to say I, child. And that's when we have just one, a child. Watch what I'm going to do. We're going to make it longer, and in this word, we're still going to blend it, but that long I is now turned to short I. Children. More than one. We don't put an S on the end and say childs. We say children. Oh, it's a good group of children there. Charm. And a charm is something, a little jewelry thing that you can wear on a bracelet or on a necklace. That's called a charm bracelet. There's art. Art. A chart, that's a chart of butterflies. Oh, I see a signal. Yep, silent E with an A. Ace. Yeah, it's fun to chase when you play tag. At. Chat. Chit chat means you're just talking with the friend, doing a little chit chat. Is this a nice word or a not so nice word? Not so nice. Cheat means you're not following the rules. If in school, sometimes if you look at someone else's paper to get the answer instead of doing your own, that's called cheating. And if you look at this game, he's looking away and his friend is hiding some of the pieces in his mouth. That's cheating. We don't want to cheat. You always want people to know that you can be trusted, that you will follow the rules. Chum. You know what a chum is? It's a friend. It's another word for a friend. Eep. Cheap. Cheap, cheap. That's what a baby chick would say. We say cheap. Now, got a homophone. Got cheap again with a different spelling. This kind of cheap. Do you know what it means? It means that something doesn't cost very much. Sometimes it means it's not made very well. At the top, I have a very fancy necklace with some diamonds and emeralds. It would cost a lot of money. And here's a nice necklace, but it's just made of plastic beads. So that would not cost very much money. So we would call that necklace cheap. What's the opposite of cheap then? What's that top necklace called? Expensive. Something costs a lot, it's expensive. Check. Check can be two things. I can write a check, and that's the same as money, or a check mark. We use a check mark. If something's done, I put a check by it. Checkers. That's a fun game to play, checkers. Cheer. And cheers when you encourage someone. You cheer the football team on, you shout cheers and you encourage them. I do this on purpose to leave that first word, because when you look at a long word, I want you to look at the beginning of it and see if there's a word there and you're adding something to it. So cheerful is happy. That's a cheerful bunch of boys. Probably because they're drinking that cold Slurpee on a hot day. Cheerful. Ick. Chick. A baby chick. Chicken. Sure. Chicken. Chicken nuggets. They're awfully good. Chess. Okay. Chess is a game that's played on the same board that checkers is played on. And you move, each side moves one of their little players. And the purpose of the chess game is you have a king. You do not want your king to be captured. If someone lands on the same spot as your king, then they say checkmate, and the game is over. So that's the game of chess. chest. All right. Chest can be a couple of things. It can be a treasure chest, or the chest that's of your body, or a chest of drawers that you might keep your clothes in. Chest. Chestnut. Chestnut. Now, we don't see these very often, but the chestnut tree is a nice big tree, and that's what the nut looks like. And sometimes I know people roast them. They, I don't know if they put them in the oven, but there's a Christmas song about chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Ch. Take a look at gooey goo. Ooh. Chew. Oh, I've got a feeling that dog will be there a long time if he's going to chew on that bone. Ch. Unk. Chunk. Chunk is something that's broken in pieces, not usually like with a knife or with scissors, very straight edged, that those stepping stones broke and they're in chunks, or chunks of chocolate. People put in chocolate chunk cookies instead of chocolate chip cookies. Ch. Ill. Chill. Sometimes if you get sick, even though you're running a hot fever, your body may feel cold, and you'll say, oh, I've got a chill. I'm a little bit cold. So, chill-y. Those, my friends, do you remember that day? We were at SeaWorld, and we waited in a nice long line to see those penguins. And we waited in line, and then we rode the ride. Then it was our time to stand there and look at those penguins play behind that glass. And you boys got there, and you were so chilly. You said, let's go, let's go, let's go. And I thought, oh my goodness, we just got here. Let's stand and watch the penguins. But no, you were too chilly. They still had fun. Ch. You see the silent E? Chime. Chime is a pretty little sound. A doorbell can make a chime. Ch. Chimney. Chimney. Chimney, if you look at the rooftops of houses, you can tell if they have a chimney. If they have a chimney, they have a fireplace. And, you know, in stories, there also is a chimney being used. Those poor 3 pigs, that wolf thought he was going to get them going down the chimney. And Santa Claus trying to go down the chimney with all those toys. Ch. In. That's a nice, easy one. Chin. There's your chin. Oh, that's good. I put it by the 3 pigs because they said not by the hair on my chinny chin chin. Ch. Ip. Chip. All right. Now, a chip is a small little piece that cracks off. Those are potato chips because they take the potato and slice it very thinly. And you know about chocolate chip cookies. Those are good. Ch. Ip. Monk. Chipmunk. Yeah. Chipmunks don't have anything to do with chips or chocolate chips. Ch. Gooey goo. Ooh. Choose. Choose. She's going to choose which book to look at. Now, signal it instead of gooey goo. Chose. Chose. And Jude chose, I think that's the Lorax. That's such a great book. So that's the book he chose to read. Chirp, chirp. Yeah, that's what a little baby bird might say. Chirp. Imp, chimp. And chimp is a short for chimpanzee. Sure. A chimpanzee. Chop, chop, chop. We say George Washington chopped down the cherry tree. I think that's just a story, though, about George Washington. Chomp, chomp. Chomp is when you bite down. I think that's a barracuda chomping on a fish. Or, you know, we're Gator fans, and we do the Gator chomp. Now let's change the vowel, and we have amp, champ, a champion is the winner. Earn, churn, and that's a piece of furniture they used to have, and they would make butter. They'd put milk and cream in there and stir it up and down with that pole and churn butter. We don't need to do that anymore. We have machines. Chuckle. What does chuckle mean? Yeah, ha 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 ha. Little laugh. He's tickling his feet. Ease. You remember why we put that E at the end of the word? It's not doing anything. It's not signaling. But words that end in S usually means more than one. So sometimes we put an E on the end of a word, even when we don't need it to signal for a long vowel or be a silent E. Cheese. And you love cheese. And I did put Parmesan cheese in there because, I don't know, you guys really love Parmesan cheese. Oh, this is going to be a long word. I had to make the letters smaller. Ah, yes, cheese. Yes, everybody's favorite cheeseburger. Good reading. Good reading, you guys. See you later, alligator. Say the word, little bird. And there's that bird we've been feeding in our backyard. I call him Stumpy. Because take a look, something has happened to the toes on his one leg. They're there, he's got them, but they're kind of bent backward. And sometimes when I look, it looks like he doesn't have any toes. But he's an amazing bird. We feed him. He flies good, and he hops pretty good on that leg too. Good work today.